Hello everybody, I bought this bike for my girlfriend. It is a 2022 Live Tempt 3. Pretty decent specs for the price. The bike's not the issue. The issue is where I bought it from. I got this bike at Giant Vaughan location in York Region, Ontario, Canada. I should have read reviews on the place because honestly I should have just bought the bike online and had it shipped, because whoever built this bike didn't check anything. He just took it out of the box, put it together. He didn't check the gears, he didn't check nothing. Now there's hydraulic brakes on this bike, so there's no brake calibration needed, but you do need to index the gears. Okay, when you build a bike, you have to index the gears. You can't just build a bike and send it off on its merry way, because it won't shift properly, which this did not. Okay, so Giant Vaughan, this is an educational video for your bike mechanics, because obviously they're either too complacent to index the gears, they don't care, they're lazy, or they don't know how. So this is how you do it. First, you gotta disconnect this cable, make this free, okay? Then you adjust the screws here, high and low, okay? The small one is high, the big one's low. And you have to adjust the high cog, which is this one, to this one. So this one here will adjust by the screw, and you got to move it so it's aligned with this cog. If it's a little to the left, if it's a little to the right, it won't shift properly. And when you buy a bike in a box, it'll come not indexed, so you have to index the gears. Okay, so once you use the high screw and adjust this cog to be the same lineup with this cog, once you do the high gear, match up the cog to the derailleur on your cassette, then you have to match up your low gear, which is the big one, to your derailleur jockey wheel. Okay, these are called jockey wheels. Okay, the way you do that is, now remember, this needs to be disconnected. So just imagine this is disconnected. What you got to do is you use your hand and you push this all the way so it doesn't go any further, and then you look at the jockey wheel and you make sure that it is aligned with your lowest gear. If it's too much to the right, if it's too much to the left, that's when you use your low screw here to adjust this to make sure it's not this way or that way, or the chain's going to fall behind the cassette. You try and line it up as even as you can with your lowest gear. Again, with this cable disconnected when you do this. Okay, then once this is all lined up, once this is all lined up, your lowest gear and your jock wheel is all lined up, and then when you reset your chain, now remember, this is supposed to be disconnected. Okay, if this was disconnected, once I spin this is just going to fall right back to your highest gear. Then you check with the cable disconnected that your jockey wheel is lined up with your highest gear. Once that's done, then you turn this so there's a little bit of adjustment room. You don't want this screwed in all the way. You want a little bit here, so that if this is too loose or if this is too tight, you don't have to keep fiddling with this. You have this that you can fool around with. So you give this a little bit to work with before connecting this. All right, you connect the cable, okay, then you go through your gear range and you adjust the tension of the cable to the needs of the indexing of your gears, so that you get proper crisp shifting. It doesn't matter that it's an Altus budget derailleur. It doesn't matter that it's a budget, whatever this is, Dior, I don't even know what this is, some Shimano budget shifter. This doesn't matter, okay? None of it matters. You can make any configuration shift crisp shifting and smoothly, so long as the derailleur hanger is not bent, which it isn't on this bike because it's brand new. All right. I also forgot the B tension screw. The B tension screw is this one, and what that does is it adjusts the height of your derailleur between the gap between the derailleur and your lowest gear. So that will make this sit higher or lower from the lowest gear. And what that does is, if this is too high, this won't shift into your lowest gear because it's too high. It's going to be hitting stuff. If it's too low, then your chain's going to basically fall off. So that's what the B tension screw is for those that don't know. Giant Vaughan. So there you go, some pro tips for some amateur bike mechanics. Hope you enjoy this video. Thank you.